Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the John S. Delaware Center here in Savannah. We appreciate you all coming on this picture-perfect day. I'm certain that you guys are a little bummed out that you have to stand out in this beautiful weather today this morning for a beautiful building that is, believe it or not, around 6 decades old. It certainly doesn't look it, but the city bought it a couple of decades later, and since then it's been a mainstay here in this area. And we have a very busy schedule today with a lot of speakers coming up, and we'd first like to recognize our council members that are here. We'll start with our Mayor, Van Johnson. Post 1 at-large, Keisha Gibson Carter. I see, of course, Dietrich Leggett from the 2nd District. You'll hear from him a little bit later. Nick Palumbo from the 4th District visiting us. And Dr. Estella Shabazz from District 6 is with us as well. District 5. Another elected official with us from District 2 County, Chatham County Commissioner Gator Rivers. Gator, raise your hand. I saw you out there somewhere. Thank you for joining us for this event today. Of course, our city manager is Jay Melder. He'll provide a little bit of history of this wonderful building and this mainstay here in this neighborhood. Heath Lloyd's our assistant city manager. Chief of Community Services, Taffney Young, and a big kudos to her and her crew for our recreation departments and what we do with recreation throughout the city of Savannah. Our police chief, Lenny Gunther, and our fire chief, Elsie Kitchen, both with us today as well. Chief Operating Officer, Brett Bell, and Chief of Government Operations, Gene Pravat. I'm sure Nick Roberts and Pete Meyerhofer with our rec departments will get made aware by Taffney and talk about what they've done here as well. Thomas Square Neighborhood Association President Jason Combs is with us as well. So if we can start things off right away, let's have our Mayor Van Johnson come up.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken, and good morning. It's a beautiful day in the world's greatest city, Savannah. Wouldn't you agree? And so I'm excited to be out here for the unveiling of the renewed, the revamped, the reinvigorated John S. Delaware Center in this beloved historic neighborhood. The neighborhood and neighborhoods that this center serves have certainly changed over the years since the center first opened, but they each remain vibrant residential areas filled with locals and families and trains who will enjoy the availability of great programs and services here for years to come. A couple of weeks ago, we were out on Waters Avenue, again celebrating this city's continued commitment to spending money in town as well as downtown, as we have revitalized a historic economic and social corridor. And so we're here on Lincoln Street in the historic Thomas Square neighborhood, celebrating the city doing exactly what we said we were going to do. And that was putting money back into our neighborhoods, back among our neighbors, back revitalizing our communities. And particularly in honor of a wonderful community center that is dedicated to a man who meant a lot to this city, and that's John S. Delaware. As a moment of personal privilege, there's only one living descendant of John S. Delaware, and she happens to work for the city of Savannah. And although people at First African know this, people at the city of Savannah probably don't. Miss Deanna Gibbs, wave your hand. So that's the only living descendant. And so we love her mama too, so it's okay. But again, we've done what we committed to be able to do. I particularly want to thank Alderman from the 2nd District, Dietrich Leggett, who has not only championed the Delaware Center, played here as a young man, coached here as an older man, served here as an older man. But we need great neighborhood champions, certainly very great servant leaders to help us to remain, to keep our eyes on the ball, on the things that are most important. And so from our day one in office, Dietrich Leggett, Alderman Leggett, was talking to me about the Delaware Center, the Delaware Center, the Delaware Center. So today I tell you, the Delaware Center. The Delaware Center, the Delaware Center. Thank you, sir. Let's give him a big round of applause. And because it doesn't get done alone, to the rest of our members of council who've continually supported our aggressive investment in neighborhoods, particularly to our city manager, Jay Melder, and the rest of Team Savannah. We're good because we're a good team. And we're a good team because we serve well. And we're a good team because we serve hard. And so when we remember our why, we never lose our way. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
The mayor mentioned Alderman Leggett growing up from around this area, and our capital projects team, Byron Stiles, raise your hand. Byron was the capital project manager on this project, and he grew up maybe 8 to 10 blocks that way, so he spent a lot of time playing basketball here as well. So this is certainly a project near and dear to his heart. So the 2nd District Alderman, Dietrich Leggett.
All right.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. Everybody say yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why we saying yeah, because I like that word we. It did not just take myself. I want to give a shout out to all of those people over there in this corner that deal with not only our residents, our elderly, our young people, people who come here looking for help. That's why that was one of the first things on my agenda when we came into office. They gave me the vision, what they needed, what was dilapidated, and what we need to bring up the code. So I want to thank not only city staff, but I want to thank our people who work on the ground every single day. I take my hat off to you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. But also to our neighborhood association president and team, that it was a collective. We came together. It was the Thomas Square, Victorian Neighborhood Association, all the way down to Midtown Neighborhood Association, Baldwin Park. As a collective, we came together and we wanted to know how could we better service this community. And we serviced it by bringing everything up, bringing all the nuances to this center. And once you go inside, you're going to want to stay, I tell you. Everything in there and the vision of Taffany Young and her team, you guys, you just went above and beyond. So I appreciate it, not only for myself, but for Coach Landy, who passed on and coached many games here. For all of these people, I take my hat off to you. My heart is definitely with you. I love you, and I look forward to playing many games here and exercising our rights as public officials and as neighbors here at the Delaware Center. So we thank you, and welcome to the John S. brand new Delaware Center.
Thank you, Alderman. Certainly, this is an important place, too, because of a full-size basketball court. The city does not have a whole lot of those indoor courts, plenty of outdoor courts, but it's certainly valuable and used quite a bit. For a little bit more history on this building that includes a basketball court and much more, our city manager, Jay Melder, and after Jay, he will introduce Taffany Young, who played an important role in this project.
Jay Mel.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm going to do a little bit more than history, and we'll probably get folks who know more about the history of this place than I do, but I'm really proud to be here today. This is all about making sure that our amenities and communities reflect our value in communities. And I think when you walk through this building, you'll understand that the investment, the hard work, and the personal touches that have gone into creating a space for our youth, for our seniors, for our families to be able to come to the Delaware Center and enjoy the facility, know that their city cares about a third place for them. We talk about a third place, don't we, Director Roberts? Right? You've got home, you've got work or school, and where's that third place that you want to spend time with? And we want to make sure that our rec department, what I call the Department of Fun, and our community centers are that third place for communities. And we're really proud of the work that was put into this center and to others that we're working on. And it always seems, Mayor and Council, that the weather turns out for these ribbon cuttings. And that's always a great sign. So I do want to talk a little bit about the history, and then I want to thank some very important folks who helped get this done. So let's start with the history of the center itself. In 1986, the center acquired the old Jenkins Boys Club on Lincoln and 34th Street. And at that time invested over $300,000, which included $200,000 in HUD CDBG block grant funds to renovate the building, which included a 24-foot by 49-foot swimming pool, which is still in the back. The project was completed in 1988 and included making the building handicap accessible and added a women's restroom that had not been there. The building was dedicated on April 8th, 1988 as the Lincoln Street Recreation Center during National Community Development Week. And then prior to 1994, the center was renamed in honor of John S. Delaware, and the mayor spoke a little bit about Mr. Delaware, but he was a career letter carrier, a public servant, an official of the Savannah branch of the NAACP, and boyhood scoutmaster of WW Law. And in Mr. Law's final years, he cited Mr. Delaware as one of the people he most admired among a group that included W.E.B. Du Bois and Frederick Douglass, so rarefied air. And certainly from Mr. Law, what an amazing tribute to Mr. Delaware, and very fitting that we're able to add so many new amenities and bring the Delaware Center back to a place that we can honor his legacy and honor the future that legacy will mean for our youth and our families here at the center going forward. So let me talk a little bit about the project and the people who got this done. This is a SPLOST project. This is your pennies at work. And I want to, if I can find my sheet, I want to thank specifically, before I get into the construction, I want to thank Taffney Young. This is really her vision and her execution, and Chief Young leads our community services branch, and her entire portfolio is households. How can we support our households in our communities? How can we make life better for the people who live in Savannah? And she does an amazing job with that. And as we were finishing up this project, she'd come into my morning meetings in sweats, covered in paint. I have expense reports where she has gone to Home Depot herself about 7 times to get the paint, and you'll see the youth center here. It's just an amazing work, and I want to thank you, Taffney. I want to thank Valita McDonald, who's here too, for her tremendous work. And I want to thank our Department of Fun. Can everybody from Rec and Leisure raise your hand who's here? That's right. This is our Department of Fun. They're here to make sure that we've got places all across this city where our young people can go, where our seniors can go, where people of all ages can go to recreate, have a good time, and meet with each other. And I want to thank Nick Roberts, our interim director, for all of the wonderful things he and team are doing, so thank you very much. I want to thank our capital projects team led by Christy Lawrence. Where are you, Christy? She's here. She's in training today. But Byron Stiles is here, and he was the project manager on the site, as the mayor said, and a little neighborhood connection for him. I want to thank Green Line Architecture and Eric O'Neill, who are our engineering firms, and the project manager. I want to thank our contractors, Johnson & Lux, and their project manager, Todd Mann, for being able to deliver this project on time and on budget. It was a $1.6 million project. The funding mechanism, as I said, was SPLOST 6, and the project scope expanded and expanded and expanded with all of Taffney's dreams, but we achieved them all on budget and on time, and we're really excited, aren't we, Heath, to cut this ribbon and have everybody walk through and see the hard work of Team Savannah. And with that, I want to close with just asking everyone in Team Savannah to raise your hand. Everybody take a look. Wow. Wow, what a great team. Thank you. Couldn't have done any of this without you and their vision. Everybody here played a role, and I want to thank you very much. Thank you, Ken. I got to do my duty. I want to introduce our Chief of Community Services, Taffney Young. Taffney.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Let's try that again. This is Savannah. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Well, I'm so excited to be here. It's not about us, it's about you. We started a vision with the support of our city council. We serve under tremendous leadership. So I certainly want to thank all the members of City Council, our city manager, Heath Lloyd, our assistant city manager, and all of our partners. We've mentioned capital projects. Byron, thank you so much. Recreation staff, facilities maintenance staff. There's so many people that came together to get this project done. I have to also thank, again, Valita, Stephanie Capel, the people in my office that have been involved in multiple projects. This is about Recreation Reimagined. So if you try to remember everything you heard today, please remember Recreation Reimagined. That's an initiative that we have to improve the way that we deliver recreation to the citizens of this city. We want you to have beautiful spaces in our facilities, in our parks, with our programs. We look forward to serving you. We are happy public servants. And so we want to invite you in every day and have you to enjoy fellowshipping with each other and having fun. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much, Taffany Alicia Miller-Blakely, District 2 at-large, joining us as well for today's event. Thank you very much for joining us. You know, Jay has a lot of the work to do over here, along with Taffany. She's kind of the go-between, but it's all about the neighborhoods. It's all about the people that will spend most of the time here and the citizens that will spend the time here. And with that, Jason Combs is the president of the Thomas Square neighborhood to say a few words.
Thanks for moving that mic. Good morning. I just took a walk through, and I got to say I am amazed. That is even better than I thought. So thank you very much to the city for this investment in this amazing facility. We are really going to put it to use. It will not be wasted. I want to point out a few of my board members that are here. I've got Barry, Celeste, Virginia Mobley is here, and she's on that train problem, so you know it's going to get taken care of. And most importantly, I want to point out my vice president, Chris, and his wife, Jean. They are new parents. They are carrying their baby that was born last Monday, Luna Sarai. And also her grandmother Ingrid is here. And I want to point them out because they are new residents of Thomas Square and they are multi-generational, and this is a multi-generational facility. This was built for families like theirs and others, and we can't wait to get in and use it. And I know that we're going to be talking all the time with Byron and Jeremiah about how not only this center can support our neighborhood, but how our neighborhood can support this center. We're really looking forward to get in here, make it our home base, and see what we can do as a 501c3 to build programs here and really embed ourselves and make the community better. So thank you again very much, Mayor, Aldermen, and city staff. We really appreciate this, and we're going to get a lot of use out of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. And to our board members, you know, it's never too early to start dribbling a basketball and playing here. I'm sure Alderman Leggett was playing at a very young age. That will conclude our event here. To all the media, there are people around that will help you. You can take a tour of the facility, get some video for your stories. And with that, we will cut the ribbon.
Photo, and now we can count down. All right, we're going to count down from 5. All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Welcome into your Delaware Center. Bring that baby in there. All right, we in there.